Good morning, everyone. Thank you for coming to this forum about technology in education. Today, we'll talk about how technology can help students and teachers in our school. We will also think about the challenges and how to solve them. Before we started, let's introduce ourselves. First of all, the first panelist, and the second is the second panelist.
Thank you for the moderator. I am Mr. Afnan, the headmaster of the school. Uh, I have been teaching experience like almost 10 years. So, I have been teaching in SK Taman Melati for 5 years and SK Taman Uda for 6 years. Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you. I'm Sir Faiz. I'm a teacher at SK Kampung Pandai Indah. I've been teaching more than 5 years already, and currently still a teacher at the same school. Um, I'm really into technology, and it's a good thing we imply it on education. Okay, thank you for the moderator and the school management for inviting me in this forum.
Thank you for both of you for introducing yourself. So my name is Basil and I am from 6 Oran. So let's go into our first part. Uh, the first question is how does technology help in learning? Let's begin with Mr. Afnan, then continue with Mr. Faiz.
Uh, at first, in my opinion, so the education become easier by using the many webs and application. Like we can do a lesson examination like using quizzes, so the student can be easier and be more attractive. They will have a motivation to learn and to get what they want in the learning. Uh, in additional, the student become more easier to communicate with the teacher. Like they will use WhatsApp to communicate with teacher, ask for the question and what teacher can give a feedback by using WhatsApp. They don't need to be face to face, so it can be easier with the technology. Thank you.
That's a good point, Mr. Afnan. Okay, in my perspective, we know that technology significantly enhance teaching and learning process. Okay, by providing teachers with innovative tools and multimedia content. As we know that traditional method in teaching, we use a simple whiteboard, chalk, written notes, and else. But when we step into the era of the technology, we upgrade it to interactive tools like smartboards, tablets, and gamified learning apps that keep students engaged through interactive lessons. Uh, and other than that, we use multimedia content like videos and animation to make it more fun and engaging for the students. Like we use it to make a simulation for the abstract concept to for to helps the student easy to understand the concepts. And technology also helps in efficient assessment and feedback, like Sir Afnan just said, um, where we use automated grading system platform like Google Forms or learning management system that help us grading for assessment, and it help us as a teacher also to get an immediate feedback. Like teachers can provide instant feedback through digital tools, like if the student asks any question, so we can go on and give the answer, and student don't need to meet a face to face. Just they can use their phone and apps to look at the answers from the teachers.
Well, thank you for the both panelists for giving a great answer. Well, I agree with both answer. For me, technology makes learning so fun. Like Mr. Faiz said, technology can do many things that can make the learning more interesting and fun, and it will attract more pupils to love to study together and to love to learn love to learn
Engage in this.
and engage in the classroom. For example, I use slides, videos, and online quizzes in my lesson. It keeps me interested and helps me to understand better in some subject. Technology also make communication easier. Teacher, me as a student can send homework. Sorry.
It's okay.
Teachers can send homework through apps, and students can ask questions anytime. It saves time and helps everyone stay connected. For example, I always chat my teacher, text my teacher to get some tutorial and help to try to help me to solve some of my homework that I can't do it. So the teacher respond to my text faster, and it helped me to do my homework very fast. So I like when teacher use videos and engage using WhatsApp, Instagram, or TikTok, or Google Classroom to help me in my education. It is easier to understand than just reading a book. So now we're going to part 2, the challenges of technology. Now let's begin with Mr. Afnan. Let's talk about the challenges. What problems do we face using technology?
Oh, in my opinion, the problem is always happen when the internet is become slow. It means that when we using the internet, we can access faster, and we need to wait a minute, an hour, and more. So, the internet is the most important thing to access the technology. So when we face this issue and challenging, we need to use the traditional method. Like we need to use the paper to write and to send work by using a traditional method. So we can send the lesson and the information by using the technology. In additional, the challenging I face is the facility in our school. So we don't have enough like computer, more cable to use the Wi-Fi. So this can make us challenging in our teaching lesson. So in like technology maklumat computer, we need to use the computer, right? If we don't have the enough computer, how the student can practice what they learn? Like we need to using the computer like application Scratch. They need to using the computer to experience this practical learning. That's only. Thank you.
Okay. Okay. We can see here that we have different issues. Like from Sir Afnan, there are lack of tools and infrastructure. But in my school, we have all the tools that we need for the student. The only problem we are facing is lack of training and confidence for the teachers. Okay. Insufficient professional development. The point that I want to talk about is many teachers feel unprepared to use new tools effectively due to a lack of training. Like for the millennials Gen and go on Gen, they are not ready to take the big step for the new method of teaching using technology. They still in the circle that they use a traditional method to teach the students. So I think like we need more encouragement for the late generation to take the big step and changing the method using the technology. And the second one is technical issues. We are facing unreliable connectivity. Like Sir Afnan said, poor internet connection can disrupt our online classes or prevent access to the digital resources like Google Classroom that we use for evaluate the students' quiz, tests, and everything. And equipment failures. Okay, this one is more focusing like in the lab, computer lab, when certain computers are not function that disrupt the class, and malfunctioning devices like projectors, tablets, or computers can waste valuable teaching time. Yeah.
So thank you for both panelists for giving the answer. Well, in my experience in my school, sometimes the internet is too slow, like Mr. Afnan mentioned, and it's hard to do online homework. For me as a student, I always go to find internet at somewhere else place, which means it takes time and it costs me many energy to find internet in the surroundings in the compound of the school. So the internet problems are common here. Also, not all my students' friend have laptops and tablets at home. This can make it hard for them to keep up with online work. For example, some of my friend borrow my laptop to do their work. That's for me. It's feel like because laptop is someone's privacy, right? Someone's need. So I feel like it's not safe to share laptop together.
Yeah.
So it's better they have their own laptop so that they can learn by themselves.
Uh, but I agree with your statement. I mean, the connection issue is a really big thing in our country. I think our government need to upgrade the connection. Like the recent case that involved the student that need to climb the tree to have a proper connection. Yeah.
Yes.
But yeah, we still can see the student effort to learn. So we know that students really have the passion to learn. But it just, if we want to move to a big step using technology, to we need to have a good tools, infrastructures, and everything to help the student.
Yes, I agree with Mr. Faiz said, like some students need to climb the tree to find the internet connection. So that's a reality that we as a student endure right now.
But in
today.
Sarawak, okay. Okay.
But in Sarawak
Yeah.
right now, some part of the village
Yeah.
not so common. The internet stability is not there, but the student most of the student encourage to find internet in all places. Like some part, for example, in school there is no internet,
Yeah.
but they go out to the school. I mean after the school session they go out to somewhere place like
Any higher place, right?
higher place or in a small town to find the internet so that they can do some work.
It just feels wrong to see the climb the tree.
It's okay. That's the reality of today.
Yeah.
Because right now
No offense.
I'm not offending the government, but we are chasing the technology, the modern era, like others country.
Yeah.
Like our neighboring country Indonesia also still chasing the technology used in education.
Yeah.
So let's go into the third part, the solution to the challenges. The first challenges is internet problem, and the second is there's a malfunction in using computer and laptops in school. Is it right, Mr. Faiz?
Yeah, and also the lack of training.
And the lack of training teachers in using the technology. So there are three challenges in using the technology in education.
Yeah.
So let's begin with Mr. Afnan. How do you think we can solve these three problems in the administrative school?
In my opinion, that is a big question. So we need a big providing supporting by administration education. Like we need sufficient funds so we can provide the faster internet in our school. So in other means, it's we need the cost of the facilities. We need to face it by by provided by government. So when we get the sufficient funds, we can do network, internet network. We can provide it. So we can also provide the facility like a laptop, computer, handphones, and tablets. So the sufficient funds is important to us because we need to buy something by a money. If we can get the money, how we can get those things to do our teaching and pedagogy in school.
Okay.
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 Thank you.
That's a good solution, I think. Okay. In my opinion, the solution for these three problems is to provide comprehensive training for the teachers. Like I said, professional development programs, where we conduct regular workshops, webinars, and hands-on training session that helps the teachers to gain confidence in using technology. At least they have the basic knowledge of the technology. And then we should have the ongoing support, like we establish a dedicated tech support, which is technician team, to address question and technical difficulties as they arise. I think government should really take the technician into the school, have their role in the school to help the teachers with the technical issue problems or difficulties in using technology. And then for the infrastructure, I think we can improve it. Start with the reliable internet access. Schools should invest in high-speed internet and robust networks to ensure smooth online operation. This will help the learning session be more smooth, and it is effective for the teachers to help the students learn. And next thing is the school also have need to have the quality equipment, like provide access to up-to-date devices like laptops, tablets, and interactive whiteboards, like Sir Afnan said. And we can slowly change the traditional tools to the new tools. So we can slowly help the millennials teachers to adapt with the technology environment. And last one is maintenance and support, which we can implement regular maintenance schedules to minimize equipment failures and downtime to save the time and energy of the teacher. So the classroom is not disrupted and the learning are more effective.
Okay, thank you for the both panelists for giving their idea on how to solve the problems and challenges in using the technology in education. For me as student, I recommend that maybe the school can give students time in the computer lab so everyone has a chance to use a computer. For example, me as a student, I always go to computer lab to do my schoolwork because there is a Wi-Fi connectivity there, so that I can solve my school problem, all my assessment easily, and no many time to solve all my problems. Second, that's a good idea for what Mr. Faiz said, that involving all teacher to involve in some courses to expand their knowledge and experience in using the technology, so that the student, so that they can attract the student to using the technology more efficiently, more interestingly in classroom.
So we are focusing on let the student engage in the classroom, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
I'm agree. Let the student engage in the classroom and be active in the classroom, so that the student is more developed in using the technology
Yeah.
and following the path to go global, um, go global aspiration by the government right now. So that's the end of our forum.
Oh.
Thank you everyone for sharing your ideas, your solution in every challenges that we're facing in the technology in education.
Okay.
This forum shows us that the technology in education is very helpful, but we need to solve some challenges to be a better school, a better administrative in school, and to make a student more developed in this era. So let's work together as as teachers, and as leaders of school to make technology useful for everyone. Thank you for your time and suggestion. Thank you for spending your experience, share your experience with us in our school. So I thank you for both of you guys. Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, thank you also to the schools management, to the moderators and all the students, because having us here in this forum, glad to hear our stories and experience, and also our complaints. Okay, hope that government can make something about the problems we are facing here in our country.
Okay. Thank
Okay.
you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Faiz.
So,